Now we're ready to get this show started. SCBIO CEO is taking the stage to deliver his State of the Life Sciences industry message. Sam?
Thank you, Morgan, and hello, everyone. This mask and the emptiness of this beautiful performance hall tells a story we wouldn't have believed a year ago. It symbolically conveys what we've all been through together over the past 12 months and that we still have miles to go with this brutal pandemic. But the conference must go on. Our mission is strong, and SCBIO is here to deliver. So join us. COVID-19 has changed almost everything about life as we know it, and this virus will continue to bear down on us for some time to come as we all slowly but surely get vaccinated and continue to do what we do best as Americans: adapt, innovate, create solutions, and courageously fix our eyes on a brighter horizon that we know we must work tirelessly and with God's help to make a reality. With this beautiful backdrop, though, I have the unique privilege of presenting SCBIO's State of the Industry during this 2021 virtual annual meeting, presented by Vicore Scientific and championed by Nephron Pharmaceuticals. Our extraordinary life sciences industry is in the forefront like never before, and will continue to play an enormous role in leading the world out of this crisis, shoulder to shoulder with real healthcare heroes. As we continue forward in a perfect storm comprised of an unmerciful pandemic, a challenging social justice movement, and painful political turmoil and upheaval, we must continue to grapple with these inescapable issues and challenges. Winston Churchill said, "You can always count on Americans to do the right thing after they've tried everything else." And I take some comfort in that insightful, hopeful, and irreverently humorous statement. Our tagline, "The Power of Us," recognizes that we're all having to shoulder this difficult season together, but we're up for it, partly because we have no choice, and we're fully capable because together we're unstoppable. And that is the power of us. This poignant theme for this most unusual annual meeting that SCBIO has ever had the privilege of mounting. Heartfelt thanks to all of you for joining us today. For months, we'd been looking forward to taking the stage in this spectacular Gaillard Center in the heart of iconic Charleston, but not exactly like this. I'm grateful for my industrious and tech-savvy team and the power of technology that is allowing us to pull this off virtually, but I deeply wish we could see all of you in person today. We miss you. But this too will change, and God willing, we'll all be back here together a year from now, and this beautiful but empty hall will be crackling with energy that all of you uniquely bring. Please take a moment to absorb the power of this simple image that conveys the logos of SCBIO's record-breaking number of investors. Today is a celebration of all of you. And despite this formidable pandemic, which caused all of us to pivot in unimaginable ways, I want to thank you for the most successful financial year in SCBIO history. Every single one of our financial metrics exceeded projections with positive variances, some quite dramatic, including our strongest liquidity position in organizational history and a surge of new investors that increased membership revenue by over $200,000, all during a pandemic no less. This is astonishing and due to all of you. Before I reflect on the past year, which is highlighted in our newly published annual report, and chart crucial data points and priorities set forth in our hot-off-the-press 3rd edition South Carolina Life Sciences Strategic Plan, I'll first go deeper into the COVID effect, because it has impacted almost everything. At present, we continue on a trajectory that will likely reach 80 million documented cases of the COVID-19 virus globally, and tragically, worldwide deaths exceeding 2 million. With healthcare systems pushed to the brink, along with the heroic healthcare employees doing their utmost to care for us. COVID-19 also delivered a roughly $9 trillion hit to the global economy, with devastating job losses and layoffs for millions, and industries ranging from retail to airlines having to withstand crushing blows, and an estimated 23% plunge in global trade accompanied by unprecedented manufacturing and supply chain disruptions. As our industry sprinted to find a cure for COVID-19, executive attention shifted from normal business to crisis management. McKinsey reported in August 2020 that corporate leaders spent 80% of their time managing the crisis and protecting employees from its spread, not shaping the strategies and paths forward for their business future. That's a lot of time lost and quite a price to pay. To again quote Churchill, he said, "If you're going through hell, keep going." And that's what we've been doing and will continue to do. He also said that out of intense complexities, intense simplicities emerge, and our collective focus on how to recalibrate our business missions and personal lives became the top priority at the devastating outset of the pandemic lockdown in early March. In the weeks that ensued, over 100 South Carolina life science companies valiantly stepped up to develop unique solutions to deal with the fallout of COVID-19. And as our industry took center stage, so did SCBio. Our unexpected pivot included working with amazing state partners to quickly build an online emergency supplies portal in only a matter of days as needs for PPE were beyond urgent. We also created a South Carolina Life Sciences job board and careers portal that remains one of the most dynamic components of our website and will be a permanent fixture. We interfaced with elected officials and agencies, forging much deeper relationships, fueled by an extraordinary SCBio webinar series which featured top national and state officials. And with science as SCBio's guide, we led an aggressive mask-wearing campaign on social media while concurrently expanding our communication channels like never before. RSM Chief Economist Joe Brusuelas accurately stated, "No vaccine, no recovery." And it was clear that life sciences had emerged as one of the most profound silver linings in this unimagined landscape. Gratefully, that desired recovery is underway with the most rapid development of new vaccines in history. According to Straits Research, life sciences innovation, discoveries, and investments in next-generation medicines and therapeutics have never been more important than now, with investors witnessing in real time the actual value of creating life-saving therapies. The coronavirus pandemic has ignited a spark on how the life science industry shields the world, and while a lot of uncertainty regarding market performance remains, there will be a huge demand and appetite for investments in the life sciences industry in the months ahead as markets become steadier and the world starts moving forward. With biopharma companies generating billions in public and private transactions, even during rock-bottom market downturns in early 2020, the number of drugs and treatments in the pipeline have increased significantly, and prominent VC firms have announced plans to invest billions in biotech companies. Manufacturing and supply chain disruption represents an industry opportunity to re-examine our current approaches and diversify. This can create significant opportunities in industry-friendly U.S. locations like South Carolina, as past dependencies on foreign producers are seen as both an economic concern and a national security issue. Expect aggressive, long-term efforts to shore up and diversify supply chains and to return biopharma and API production to American soil, along with growth in medical devices and PPE. Building on that is the disruption to the import and export of pharmaceuticals more broadly, as well as the supply of active ingredients. The warning signals have gone off, particularly in America, over our excessive dependence on foreign suppliers, with over 90% of API, pharmaceuticals, vitamin C, antibiotics, and PPE produced offshore. Unprecedented efforts to encourage and incentivize repatriation is receiving direct support from the federal government, with a surge of new funding strategies and mechanisms through a vast array of federal agencies, including the Department of Defense, HHS, BARDA, and the U.S. Development Finance Corporation. SCBio is in direct contact with all the above, and these strategies will be foundational to a newly launched Economic Development Task Force. It is also clear that increased utilization of digital technologies are here to stay, and acceptance is soaring, with digital health expected to increase nearly 6 times in size by 2026 to $639 billion. Telemedicine projected to grow to $175 billion, and the global market for telehealth apps, health analytics, and digital health systems is projected to exceed $500 billion. Wow. Under this backdrop, a commitment to intelligent collaborations, the power of us, will be key to the continued rise of our Palmetto State's life sciences industry. To emerge from the global crisis, South Carolina organizations will need to collaborate in new and more impactful ways as they stabilize, reconfigure, and transform. COVID-19 has had a seismic impact on our world and the life sciences industry, with long-term implications for how we work, how care is given, how products are developed and distributed, where ingredients come from, and how our ecosystem operates. But it has also made us stronger and has catalyzed opportunities for growth in South Carolina. Life sciences remains the fastest growing segment of South Carolina's innovation economy, and our ongoing research efforts now stunningly reveal over 800 life science firms or related companies in the state, a huge increase from the 2017 count of 425. And numerous and diverse new life science industries and firms have joined forces with SC Bio for the first time. Based on our ongoing commitment to be one of America's top-tier life sciences economic development organizations, over 60 engagement meetings with existing industries representing every sector of life sciences have been undertaken by Team SC Bio since 2019, and you can expect that commitment to grow. SC Bio will maintain a vital role as a facilitator, troubleshooter, and remover of obstacles whenever possible for our dynamic and diverse companies, and this has taken many forms over the past year. A key example is legislation crafted and introduced in the 2021 legislative session in partnership with the South Carolina Research Authority to address the franchise tax corporate license fee issue, which has financially penalized South Carolina early-stage innovation companies in the life sciences and technology space that have successfully raised venture capital prior to commercialization. And no role we play is more important than convening and connecting our companies with each other. And dynamic win-win relationships continue to be forged almost daily. And no aspect of our work program is more critically important than SC Bio's Life Sciences Talent Initiative, which continued at full force and even expanded during the pandemic, involving over 100 educators and industry leaders, workforce experts, and a record number of SC Bio student members who interact in dynamic engagement sessions designed to put them in direct conversation with corporate employers. And with regard to SC Bio's surging roster of four-year colleges and research university partners, the goal is to prepare and support the myriad of talented students seeking careers in the life sciences, specifically in the Palmetto State, and to tap into the extraordinary research capabilities of these powerful institutions. And gratefully, new industry recruitment efforts are surging, with the largest ever number of active leads, prospects, and projects to support, accelerated by the SC Bio-driven Reshoring Economic Development Task Force and further supported by our Industry and Innovation Council. The new task force is particularly focusing on engaging federal agencies and capital attraction partners, leveraging opportunity zones and new market tax credits, life science-ready real estate offerings, and the creation of expansion of new life science industry campuses and innovation districts in every region of the state. Executing virtual business development and recruitment strategies utilizing lead generation firms and research capabilities, and leveraging a powerful array of state, national, and global strategic relationships while actively implementing onshoring and supply chain disruption opportunities with specific focus on American companies manufacturing in foreign markets, especially China and India, global companies that are positioned to serve the North American market from South Carolina, FDA approval being the gold standard and a magnet for international life science companies, and strengthening the successful international landing pad program in tandem with commerce in our regions with even greater focus on FDA navigation, reimbursement strategies, clinical trial support, and creative funding mechanisms. We will continue our tech-based economic development competitiveness initiative as we pursue knowledge economy objectives, and we will strive to expand opportunities for early-stage life science companies leveraging a wide array of public-private collaborators and partners. While virtual strategies will have to continue for the foreseeable future, it is hoped that both domestic and international economic development missions can safely recommence at some point in 2021, and our budget reflects that accordingly. Additionally, countless hours are being devoted to what could become the largest life sciences R&D and advanced manufacturing project in South Carolina history. This is being done in close coordination with company principals and key economic development partners. This unique project, if successful, represents our progression to the next level of development in the life sciences arena and would be a true game changer for South Carolina's life sciences ecosystem. Growing our own South Carolina life science companies remains more important than ever. To that end, a new SC Bio innovation platform has been launched to round out our economic development capabilities, with the able commitment of a dedicated SC Bio bioengineer staff champion and exceptional partners ranging from the Global Center for Medical Innovations to the South Carolina Hospital Association. This platform is designed to serve as a vital support system to move novel healthcare technologies forward that can solve problems more effectively and at a lower cost, with a particular focus on underrepresented minority populations. Finally, it is important for SCBio to promote and ensure diversity, equity, and inclusion with a multifaceted and highly specific plan of attack, including awareness and education, talent integration, targeted innovation initiatives, industry strategies, and a specific board development strategy to achieve greater diversity on SCBio's board with the goal of better reflecting the overall state population and demographics. In 6 months, that effort has already resulted in increasing the number of underrepresented minority board representatives from 1 to 4 and the number of executive committee members from 1 to 3. In addition to the numerous areas already highlighted, there have been many other strategic endeavors, initiatives, and organizational accomplishments, ranging from the establishment of a leading-edge SCBio Charleston office presence at the West Edge Life Science Campus in the Charleston Medical Innovation District, to SCBio's active participation on multiple boards of directors and strategic task forces, along with deepening our partnerships with exceptional national affiliate organizations such as BIO, Pharma, and AdvaMed, all while undertaking significant research endeavors in our evolution as a key industry data hub and even being a finalist for a major EDA grant opportunity. We've been busy. In closing, never before has SCBio been better positioned to build, advance, innovate, and grow South Carolina's life sciences industry and ecosystem. And the words utilized in that overarching mission have never had more meaning as you see them defined in a new and more impactful way in this accompanying graphic. South Carolina's life science industry is diverse, dynamic, and thriving. It spans globally known medical device organizations and international pharmaceutical manufacturers, encompasses esteemed research organizations, testing and medical lab operators, alongside acclaimed bioscience packaging and distribution, boasts emerging powerhouses in health IT as well as industrial bioag. The industry includes organizations small and large, from startups and early-stage innovation companies to mature global players, focused on everything from respiratory therapies and diagnostics and digital health to internationally recognized research universities and nationally ranked healthcare systems featuring some of America's finest and most inventive minds. Serving as its foundation are the 800-plus firms referenced earlier, distributed across 42 of our 46 counties, a compelling data point that demonstrates life sciences deepening penetration, contribution, and needed diversification of our state's economy. We have an awesome team with growing expertise in bioengineering, microbiology, and genetics, as well as business development, marketing, public policy, and economic development, and our world-class board of directors for both our C6 and foundation organizations are strategic and supportive, empowering us to pursue bold goals and objectives that could actually redefine our evolving organization in 2021 as we take courageous steps forward in core mission areas of economic development, innovation, and social responsibility. Writer Megan O'Neill aptly stated that great things never come from comfort zones, and your comfort zone may be the most dangerous place to live, because in the safety of our comfort zones, we get complacent, sacrificing the ability to impact our world. Well, the power of us is actually the power of all of you with us, and we will make an impact. And we couldn't possibly be where we are today without your profound support, expertise, guidance, and encouragement. And for that, we're beyond grateful. Thank you for giving me the privilege of serving as your president and CEO of SCBio. I'm truly passionate about this mission, and because of all of you and this incredible state that we love and represent, I know that the possibilities and opportunities are endless, and the best is yet to come. Thank you.